Welcome to Home Team Advantage with Mike Egan. I'm Gary Giambetti. Surprise, surprise.
You throw me off every week.
I know, you just don't know what's going to happen.
New opening.
Yeah, we're here to discuss some topics in sports brought to you by
Our half-empty.
Caribou Coffee.
That's not coffee.
Well, it's cookies and cream, actually, frozen.
How can that be coffee?
Well, it's not. That's a break from the tradition.
So how can it be called Caribou Coffee when it's not even
Well,
coffee?
fortunately, they have a variety of.
You know what? Who
drinks.
cares? They're our sponsor.
That's right. And they have a variety of drinks, and they're all good. So if you're looking for a place to go and get coffee, go to Caribou.
Yeah, I'm glad you get that free coffee every time they sponsor us.
That's not true, but
Yeah. And you forgot donuts again today, too.
yeah. Well, if Sunrise would sponsor us, maybe I'd go get them every day.
So I got an email that said that we didn't look too intelligent, so I wore my glasses today.
Okay. Well, you look really
And it won't
intelligent
change
today.
anything.
And I'll take. So I have our
Oh,
two shiny
there we
hands.
go.
There we go.
Now I gotta adjust the camera.
You adjust the lights on that one.
Because there's nothing like two bald-headed guys doing TV.
Better than never mind.
We should be doing radio, but
Yes.
thank you to our producer though for being so patient with us. And we don't give him enough credit, I don't think.
No, we don't. You talking about him over there?
Yeah,
with
I'm
the-
talking about the
Yeah.
guy with the earphones on over there, and he always is looking up stuff for us in case we make a mistake, which is always.
That's 24/7.
So thanks to Ron Werkela for being patient with us all these years. I don't know, it's
7 years?
7.
Holy moly.
Yeah, we can just lose track of time like that.
Well, we
but-
made it through 7. That means our marriage is going to last another couple of years.
Good. I hope so.
You don't have the itch yet, do you?
No, I
mean, you're
don't.
not going to go to ESPN or.
No, I
League
haven't
or
had any
BET or-
offers. No offers, not yet. So, but we have some sports to talk about. I mean, the weather's hasn't really picked up yet for the end of April, but
Sun's out.
did that to yesterday and today
You know,
so
hopefully
far.
things maybe dry up, but now we're getting rain this weekend, so who knows?
Yeah, but you need the rain too. I mean, last summer we had no rain.
Yeah, it was interesting. I was watching the national news last night, and they were talking about the Southwest, and I can't remember exactly, but one of the dams out there, they don't have enough water to turn the turbines.
Oh,
So-
well, then they need rain
Yeah.
more than we need rain then.
Yeah, so
For that. But yesterday I actually got outside. Hibbing softball team went over to Zim to play Cherry, which is they won like 7 or 8 Section 7A titles now, and Hibbing obviously hasn't won one yet, but they went over to Zim and came away with an 8-5 win over a good Cherry team, and it's very promising.
yeah, with a new pitcher.
They
Not
did.
new, but
Well, yeah, fairly new. I mean, I know she's been working on it in the past, but they have Ani Bolbin, which is, that's really fantastic when you have one like her. And her mother, I know Jen, was pitched when I coached with Gary Milani at the school. She was one of our pitchers, and she was very good. And she she really taught Ani very well.
Yep.
And Ani moves the ball in and out, but like you say, you can't put strain on it one kid to be able to pitch 15 or 16 games. Right. So she started Riley Forboard yesterday, and I think she's I don't know what grade she's in. She might be a junior. But if she isn't, I apologize. But
you only have Ron look that up.
sure, maybe if you can find that in your system, I don't know. But she had it's only 3 innings, but she had a perfect game through 3 innings. Gave up a couple hits in the 4th inning, got out of the jam. Then the 5th and 6th innings, she pitched very well. 7th inning, they scored 2 more runs, but. Congratulations to Riley.
Good.
Did a fantastic job. Katie, the Vesledal, the coach, didn't. She just told me that she hadn't pitched and she didn't know how long. So it's.
And against Cherry, that's a pretty good accomplishment.
Yes, it is. Cherry's going to have a good team again in Class A this year, and she struck out, I think, 6 or 7, only walked 2, gave up 5 hits.
Couple errors.
Couple errors in there, which allowed Cherry to score 3 runs in the 4th inning. But if they clean that up, and they know they're going to have to play defense when Riley's pitching, because she's not obviously at Bowman's level yet, but she didn't do a bad job.
Good.
But the defense was sharp. Cherry didn't really hit a ball hard, maybe 1 or 2. But other than that, she kept them off balance and did a really good job. So congratulations to Riley on her first win as a.
It's just a good that they're able to get a game in, with the weather and the way everything's been. So.
Well, they're supposed to go, if you watch this today, they're down at Denfeld tonight, down in Duluth, which is going to be awful, I'm sure, down there. Hopefully it's warmer for them. But then Friday they go over to Grand Rapids or Greenway for 3 games. I think it's like the Iron Range Conference Tournament or whatever they're calling it. So they'll have 3 games on Friday. They were supposed to play Saturday, but I heard that game is now not going on. I don't know why, but maybe Fields here. I mean, it's supposed to be here, so maybe the Fields aren't obviously going to be ready.
Well, that's pretty tough, though. You got, 4 games in 3 days?
Yeah. I mean, 5 actually, with yesterday's being done. So, and then Audie could not pitch all of them.
No.
So, I'm sure on Friday, Ani would probably pitch today, I would imagine, and then tomorrow I'm sure they just split them up. So that's looking good. I mean, it's looking really good there on that front.
Baseball?
Haven't heard or seen of a game. They had some games called off this week.
Are they out in the parking lot now, or are they still in the gym?
I don't. Yeah, good question. I know that. I'm sure that's every team's facing that.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know how you just can't single out one team.
Tennis?
They lost to Grand Rapids Greenway last week. They lost to Cambridge Isanti and Mount Westonka on Saturday at their quad, which was over in Virginia. We talked about that last week. They do play tonight against Hermantown, 4:00. So, here. So if you're looking for something to do.
Wear your parka.
Yeah. Well, maybe it won't be that bad. I mean, last night when the wind wasn't blowing at that field, it was pretty nice out.
Good.
But if that strong southeast wind came up, then it was a little bit chilly. There was a fun thing that happened last night going out to the game. I'm cruising down 37 and
Radio on?
Get the highway. Oh, definitely. Listening to sports talk, as usual. That's why I'm so knowledgeable.
So when you get pulled over and the cop goes, "What are you doing?" And, I'm arguing with the radio.
Yeah.
Dave, before we go any further, I got to tell you this. I did get a question last week after the show. They go, "Why do you kid Gary so much?" And I said, I have to let you know I had the utmost respect for you. I do.
I know. I agree.
And the job you do at the paper and how much fun we have here. So there's no disrespect we kiddingly kind of go back and forth. Unfortunately, I'm a little more of a kidder than Gary is. So.
Yeah, I can't come up with them.
So there's no animosity on this table. So just so you got to throw that out.
Yeah, no. But, then you go down to 7. You have to go down to 7, Highway 7 there, and you take a right, you go down, and you get through Forbes, and then they have that train tracks there.
Yep.
Well, I'm cruising down, and all of a sudden I see a train stop right in the middle of the highway.
Waiting for you?
Well, no, I mean, it was like blocking the highway. You couldn't get through, and it wasn't moving.
Any immigrants get off?
I don't know. Well, they said they were dragging something. So you let your imagination run away with you there. But the guy, there's a guy, and I don't know if it was Burlington Northern, Santa Fe or whatever, came in a truck and he was talking to the guy in front of me. And then that guy turned around, did a U-turn, and he came and talked to me. I said, "Yeah, I'm going out to McDavick Park." And he goes, "Well, so is this guy here, so follow me." So we did U-turns and
took the back road?
We went down. Well, we followed along the tracks until we got along there's a one dirt road there that takes you to Norway Ridge Road, which is the road you turn on. Yeah. And we got out there, but I don't know how long that train was there, but it was kind of weird. That's the first time that's happened.
Never told you what they were dragging, huh?
No, didn't they didn't say what they were dragging. They just had to clean it up or whatever it was. So, yeah,
Wow.
yeah, I don't know. So you let your imagination run free.
Clean up on track 3.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm glad I never asked. And I don't ask, don't tell.
As long as you didn't come up with a shovel, you're okay.
So, but yeah, track. Just a nice segue into track, but they were out at St. Francis last week for their first outdoor meet. They had one canceled on Monday. I think they're supposed to go to Mesabi East either today or tomorrow. So they'll be hopefully get outdoors.
Yep.
And
Good.
golf. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, I talked to somebody from the country club who said he doesn't think we'll be out there till like Mother's Day.
If you're lucky.
Well, yeah.
If
I
you're
don't
lucky.
know.
Plus, you can't, no carts, so half of them won't be able to play.
Well, we'll see how long that lasts. I mean, I don't care if I walk or not, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't moved my cart yet. It's in my garage, and
I hear the high school league is looking at simulating golf for the tournament this year.
simulating.
They're the best simulating team
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
state.
Well, we've talked about it before. I think about when to start these sports.
Yeah, well, the talk in the league, in a high school league, is that they want to move it to a fall sport, the golf. So,
Well, that's
But-
not a bad idea.
well, it's not a great idea
No,
either. 'Cause
I
now
get
you're going
it.
to take kids from other sports and it's I don't know.
Yeah, but then you let them play two sports. I mean, I don't see. Is that a policy Hibbing has, or is that just?
No, this is just. I'm just saying what
Stories.
the high school league was looking at, I have no problem. The kid wants to play golf and he wants to play football, but what happens if somebody cleats his hand and he can't play golf,
No.
and then the golf coach is mad and he's not going to play football? That just.
Well, there's the smaller schools get away with it, I guess, more than the bigger schools, but
Well, the mentality is that like it's only going to play one sport too, unfortunately.
yeah. But no, they've also I've heard the not the fall necessarily the fall, but starting baseball in May, starting practices in May and then running through June. No, I don't know this legal speculations about that, but because obviously they graduate, and
Correct.
are they still eligible? I mean, I don't know why they wouldn't be,
Yeah,
but
start paying them.
yeah, yeah, let them sign NLIs or whatever
Yeah.
they call it, NILs or whatever. Then they can get some money from some sponsors. But yeah, I don't know. But again, this is an anomaly, net really.
Yep.
I mean, this year has been an anomaly.
Speaking of baseball, I had Zach Vandermeer stopped in. They're going to start up the city team again. Who's their coach before?
Jamie Steinberg.
Jamie Steinberg is not with them anymore, and so they're going to get that up and running. So, because you mentioned donations, if you're looking to help out, get a hold of Zach Vandermeer, and they're looking to try to get some funding put together so they can get the team going here.
Zach and I know I've talked to Adam Schaefer about
Adam
it.
Schaefer will be with them. Yep.
Yeah, so the two of them are keeping something up that was really fun
Yep.
to do in the summertime is to watch. And they're in a different league this year. I'm not sure what class they're in, but they're not going to be playing teams from like Rum River or some of those right around Cambridge in there, Bram and teams like
Okay.
that. They're going to be playing more teams from like Marble. They'll play, and then they'll probably play some teams from northwestern Minnesota, so they can.
You get your name on a jersey, you can sponsor them, and
Yeah.
it'll look like they have about 15 sponsors.
Yeah. So yeah, if you can think about it, help them out a little
Yep.
bit, because they have some fun talent on
Yep.
those teams. So
Yep.
it's fun to watch them play.
Speaking of that, you ever watch the PGA lately and all the players and all the different logos they have on their shirts and hats and socks and pants and
Yeah. No, yeah. I guess they can't afford it themselves to bring themselves to these meets, so they
Yeah.
have to.
what happened to the good old days when Nicholas and Palmer played and they didn't have to worry about sponsors and they were looking like a billboard when you swing the club. But what do I know?
Well,
I'm sitting here playing the Muni and I can't even break par there.
Yeah.
I can lose golf balls though,
Yeah, that's easy to
especially
do.
that third. Is it third hole? Yeah, the third hole.
Third hole.
Speaking of railroad tracks,
You're always up there.
can never play one off the track.
Yeah, if we ever get out to play golf this
Right.
year, I mean, that's the sad part of it.
You and I have never. Yeah, we have once we played.
Yeah, we
together.
played
Yeah.
in a scramble together
Yeah.
at the country club.
And we used his balls all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rod, that is correct.
Yeah, okay. That I heard that as soon as it came out of your mouth, but
Especially on the short ones. Never mind.
the putting, I think we were pretty.
Is that what you call it?
Yeah,
Putting.
night putting.
Yes. All right, let's get serious here.
All right,
That's a talk of baseball.
All right, well, go to the pros, the Twins. Just your thoughts.
I think they're lucky they're playing the teams within their division because right now there's 3 other teams worse than them. But they got Sano.
Yeah,
.098.
our favorite player.
$20 million, $40 million a year. Wow.
And the base running gaff they had the other night that they got away with.
And they won, yeah, well, that looked like a little, I shouldn't say little league, it looked like a minor league game, the way they threw the ball around. But hey, usually that's the other one, it's on the other foot. Usually it's the Twins that are throwing the ball away and stuff. So, yeah, if they can continue it, sounds like, or looks like Mr. Kepler is kind of coming out of his slump. He's been hitting the ball pretty good. He got 2 home runs yesterday. Some of the newer guys who I've never heard of, starting to pitch in. So,
Well, they have. Oh, great! I probably forgot. That's the old age creeping up on me. But Joe Ryan, he's for real.
yeah, eight
think.
strikeouts last night.
Yeah, 7 or 8.
Seven.
Pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 hit.
Yep.
That trade that they made for him for Nelson Cruz. Now I would love to have Cruz back on
Oh, yeah.
this team, definitely as a
Yep.
designated hitter. But they fleeced Tampa Bay on that one. Now Tampa Bay is loaded with talent anyway, but that was one pitcher that they let get away. They might regret.
Yeah. Well, again, Tampa Bay, you only pitch 3 innings and then you're out, no matter how you're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's their rotation down there. They have relievers that start get the game for them. So, again, it's worked out well for him. Is Nelson playing again this year?
He's with the Nationals.
With the Nationals,
Yeah, and I
okay.
think he's hit some home runs, I know, so he's still going strong. I don't know what his average
Get
is.
those-
I'll look at that and see.
Get those confused with the Guardians and the Nationals and
Yeah,
let's change their name again.
yep. The Commodores now for the Washington football team.
Is that what it is? The Commodores?
Commodores.
Oh boy.
Yeah, how do you?
What do
Some
you got?
people thought they should have just left it
They're gonna-
Washington football
Instead of the
team.
national anthem, they're going to sing "You're Once and Twice a Lady."
3 times a lady.
3 times a lady.
There you go. Lionel Richie.
Yeah.
You're dating
And
us
the
now,
Commodores.
boys. Yeah. Brick House.
Brick House.
That's one day. Maybe we'll have to come and just talk about
You're a
music one day.
brick house.
That would be kind of interesting.
But anyways, back to the Twins. Pitching went well yesterday. They got timely hits when they had to have them, and anytime you can shut out a team, I guess you're doing pretty good. So
And last year, we talked before the show about them. They were almost irrelevant last year
Right.
at this time of the year.
and now they're in first place.
Yeah, so it's already more fun to watch the Twins than it was last year, and it's going to be more fun as long as they stay competitive.
My only gripe, again, and we talked about it in our pre-production meeting, all 3 minutes, was you got first and second, you're down by a run, nobody out, and you're trying to hit away.
Yeah,
Third baseman is playing the shift. He's 90 feet from the bag. You can't tell me you can't push a ball down the third baseline. That just, and if they did, the guy could score because that third baseman is not going to be able to make the play.
no, you're going to get a single out of that because that guy from the White Sox, I think, or no, the Tigers the other night did this exact same thing. They had a
Right.
shift on, and he's
Yeah.
a left-handed batter, I believe, and put down a nice bunt and beat it out. I mean, the bunting is a lost art.
Well,
I mean, but
it goes back to they should not allow the shift. Baseball's play it straight up. That's the way it's always been played. And whoever the manager is that decided to do this shift thing should be shot. So
well, I thought that was coming out of the collective bargaining agreement. I thought,
the
or is that
players
not
that
this year?
just- yeah. Next year, they're not going to be allowed to do it. That's
Next
right.
year, they're not going to be allowed to do it?
Right.
Okay,
Mhm.
well, then they better get their last horizon this year. Because, I don't like it either. I don't care if it gets outs.
Yeah.
It's no fun watching guys hit sharp single, singles into right field, and then there's a second baseman
Been playing out
standing
there.
50 feet out of the infield, and he fields it and makes an out.
But
It's no fun.
talking about the Twins infield, their shortstop came through with a great play yesterday, so far his fielding is still doing okay, but hitting still has to come around.
Well, I was going to bring that up. I mean, teams. Asked my son. I go, or I told my son, teams don't sign guys because of specific reasons.
Right.
Now, is this just again? I used a nice big term, anomaly. Is this just an anomaly for Correa right now, or do you think when it gets warmer out, he's going to start hitting?
Well, it goes back to what you mentioned last week on the show. Why'd they get rid of him in the first place? Why didn't he
Yeah,
sign
why
him?
would you not sign that guy?
Yeah.
But now he says he's interested in a long-term deal with the Twins.
Good.
So I don't, we knew he was signing for 3 years, but he had the options, or he had the ability to opt out after every year if he could get a bigger contract. But now he says he wouldn't mind staying here. So
Yeah.
maybe they have that same family mentality that the Wild have had this year, and I think kind of the Wolves have had the same thing. They've
Little
had
bit,
that
yeah.
family thing.
Well, kind of like back
Going.
when 87 and 92 when Herbeck and the boys won the World Series. That was,
91.
87 and 91.
pardon me, 91.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, we got our
Yeah.
producer on that
He's
one.
got a tattoo on his arm, 87 and 91. I'm not going to tell you where Herbeck signed his autograph, but
No, that we can remain private.
well, that's what I meant. It's in
Yeah.
a private area. But I guess we can't pick on Rocky Balboa. He seems to be doing a job, except for
Well, not bunting.
they don't know how to play small ball. Yeah,
Yeah.
so
So that's good. I mean, I hope if he could sign here. You have Buxton for 7 years.
yep.
You could get Correa for 4, 5, or 6 years. Put those two together, as long as he's hitting.
And the pitching continues to do well.
Yeah, and they don't have one of their starters. Sonny Gray's gonna do some rehab stints here, and
Good.
hopefully he'll be back. And
Over in St. Paul.
no, he's down in Fort Myers, I
Oh, okay.
believe. So the Twins are going to Tampa Bay this weekend. So maybe he'll join the team then. He was on a 10-day, I think, IL. So he's got to be past that 10 days by now, I would think. But
Well, the big story is, because we're running out of time, we got to get this in here, is the NFL draft.
yes, that'll take us about a minute because I know nothing
the
about
NFL draft. What's that stand for?
Not for long.
Not for long.
You got me ingrained in my head.
We got to come up with something for the NBA and the MLB. So, anyway, so you're not too interested in
I
who
don't.
gets drafted?
I'm gonna listen when they draft, but again, I don't go
Yep.
diving head first into who should go first, who should go second.
Well, if you're a general manager, what's the first thing you want to get if you're a Viking general manager? What's the one thing you need more than anything else?
Well, this is like a trick question, I think, because you could say quarterback, but
No, that's exactly what I was thinking.
yeah, but they need a corner
Corner.
back.
Yep.
But I don't know if there's going to be one available. The two that they were looking at, I don't think are going to
Probably
be
going to go
around.
before. What are they, the 12th pick?
Yeah,
So they'll probably go with an offensive lineman. And now, you watch all the experts, Mel and that other Todd or whatever his name
yeah,
is.
McShay and Kuiper.
They're saying that the top 5 quarterbacks will probably go the second round. So there may not be a quarterback picked in the first round. So,
Yeah, but there's a couple teams that need them, but are they worth a first round
pick?
that high, a first round pick? I don't know.
and then all the hype about, there's going to be trades made here and there's trades made there. I don't know. I don't think the Vikings are in a position to do a trade. They just got to get their pick and go from there.
Well, the rumor, the speculation on KFan is they wouldn't mind trading back to 20 with Pittsburgh,
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know why, but they also are looking at, there's a Georgia,
Peach.
a Georgia defensive linemen too that they could draft with the 12th pick.
Yeah, well, they talk about that offensive lineman from Alabama also as their pick, but they think he's going to be a bust.
Well,
How can you be a bust when you're 6'8" and 380-some
Yeah.
pounds? Wow.
well, because I heard Ben Lieber talking about it this morning. He says he just makes things look easy, so it doesn't look like he's working hard.
Oh,
So it's like that. If you're going to grade him on that, then that's how good he is.
the one cornerback they're looking at, also from, I think it was Alabama, his junior was like All-American. His senior year, he didn't even tackle. I mean, he just lost interest and got beat out. So I don't know what, coming to the NFL, is that going to change his attitude? Maybe the green stuff will.
Yeah.
Here's some more money for you,
Yeah, but they also the Stingley kid from LSU hadn't had much work, I guess, but like Ben Lieber said this morning too, he said that you go 1 year and you play well, they're not coming back at you the next year.
Right.
So you're not getting as many opportunities because they're not throwing your way, which is exactly what you want to do, is cut off a third of the field.
So whatever happened to just picking the best athlete?
No,
Or are they all just good?
they're all good. They're all athletes. I mean, they could go wide receiver.
Excuse me, you have a call.
Prediction for the Wild and the Timberwolves last 2 games.
Okay. How you like that?
Ooh,
Prediction for the
Prediction,
Wild.
Wild and Timberwolves.
Wild are going to lose.
Wild are gonna
St.
get.
Louis.
I as much as I hate to say it, they're gonna lose because their power play is awful and their penalty kill is bad, and special teams is gonna decide that. And Fleury has not looked good
No.
over these last 3 games
No.
he's played. Wolves, I'll give them a shot to win tomorrow night, and then it's just gonna be a matter of they can play Memphis in Memphis.
They've made this the most interesting series so far in the NBA playoffs. Will they win at home? I think as you said, I think they'll win Friday night, as long as they can keep the people from running onto the court and gluing themselves to the court. What a bunch of,
I know.
how do you end up buying tickets right behind the bench if you're a nonprofit organization and you're there to protect the Wild, or I don't know, because Glenn Taylor killed all those chickens that were diseased.
Yeah,
What's he supposed to do? Let them run free?
yeah, no.
But anyways, they're able to buy a $400 or $500 2 tickets so that they can run out of the court.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make
They
any
get
sense.
thrown out
Anyways,
or arrested.
but I hope they win tomorrow night just for the fans' sake. And then you get to that, you never know what's going to happen in a game 6 or
a
game 7.
No, and they've given away 2 games.
Yes,
Where
they
they've
have.
had double-digit leads.
Yep.
They just need to learn to put the pedal to the metal and stomp on the throats and do whatever, all those cliche things. All those cliche things.
Cookies.
All right, well, we've come to the end of another show. For Mike Egan, I'm Gary Gimbetti. We'll see you again next week.
I had my timer.
Hibbing Public Access Television would like to thank U.S. Bank for providing us with studio space.